What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the first of many wrongful bans that will happen in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, look, this is from Chris, and I do think this is 100% legit. A lot of people might be like, Ty, are we sure this is legit? Look, I'm not like 100% sure because I'm not Chris, but it seems like this is pretty valid. And from all aspects, I understand why it happened. But at the same time, these are the things with a no tolerance auction house, no warning auction house that can get messed up. To read through, let's talk about it. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. So Chris says, got permanently banned. Permanent. From 2K25 because I tried to buy the only Emerald Mike Brown coach for over 150K MT on a bid. Last card needed for Diamond Steve Kerr. So there's a lot of different situations. Number one, I didn't even know Diamond Steve Kerr was available. Like that's the first of many things I want to talk about. Like from my side of things, like I didn't even know that was a thing. But obviously, if Emerald Mike Brown was your last card for Diamond Steve Kerr, a guy like me would wait and be patient. I'm never going to spend 150,000 coins on a coach. But we got to realize some people would. Some people aren't like me. Some people don't value MT that much. Some people love to spend money on the game, and as long as they have the best team in the game, they don't really care. And I'm guessing for Chris, that's kind of exactly what happened. Like, he wants the best team in the game. He doesn't care about MT. He's probably got plenty of it. And yeah, he got permanently banned for buying a coach, an Emerald coach for 150,000 coins. Now look, from 2K side of things, honestly, I get why this looks bad and looks like suspicious, stuff like this. I do. But this kind of has to be researched. Again, if you're going to ban people permanently, you've got to have indisputable evidence that it is for sure buying MT. And I think they need to research both accounts, what the accounts look like, and all of those things. I don't think it should be well, this card got bought for more than it probably should, and let's ban it. Because again, certain people just want the best team in the game right away. They don't care about MT. And honestly, if you want Diamond Steve Kerr and that's the only Mike Brown up, that's not necessarily buying MT. It's not necessarily an unfair advantage. It's nothing like that. And so, again, it's bigger than just this tweet because I think this is something that probably will continue to happen in the game. And it's scary, guys. It's scary that I feel like the community has to walk on eggshells. I hate that for the community. And obviously, again, if this is a one-time situation, then whatever. We'll figure it out. If they unban this guy, then we'll go from there. But again, I do think it's a situation that needs attention because this is probably something that is going to happen multiple times. And a lot of the reason I don't trust 2K when it comes to the ban situations is, do you guys remember 2K23 at all? In 2K23, after they said people would get a 10-day ban, people were getting wrongly banned left and right. Left and right. And so that's the thing for me. It's like, how do you for sure know that people are buying and selling MT? Like, how do you know? And again, there are certain like companies that do it, and that if they have a bad history of it, I think you can have indisputable evidence on those specific companies, stuff like that. But if it's just a random guy that has one transaction like this, investigate the transaction, look if there were other Mike Browns up for cheaper, and if there were, then maybe you can do this. But again, if you're gonna put a Diamond Steve Kerr behind a lock-in paywall, then stuff like this is going to happen, especially early on in the year. It is going to happen. And so I do think 2K has to do things nearly perfect, and I don't think they will. I'm super worried for the history or for the future, I should say, of the auction house, what it truly is going to look like. And again, I tell you guys all the time, we need the auction house. So don't do anything to jeopardize that. But when it comes down to it, some people like the best cards in the game. Some people really probably wanted that Diamond Steve Kerr. And buying the rarest card, if it is, I don't know what Mike Brown is, buying one of the most rare cards for that price, it probably is legit. And I know the first comment here says, makes sense, 150 is crazy. And I agree. It looks crazy. But let's not forget, like when packs come out, people overpay a ridiculous amount. Let's not forget that. That's how it's always been in 2K. When the packs first drop, people are willing to pay a ridiculous amount for certain cards with bids. It's the same situation here with the Diamond Steve Kerr. It's the exact same situation. So hopefully, again, I contacted the people I could for my guy Chris, and all I said is, it's just worth looking into. That's all I said. Because if 2K knows that an MT seller bought this and that Chris has multiple transactions like this, then maybe they know what they're doing. But I just don't I don't trust that that's the situation. I do think that this is a wrongful ban, and I do think it's something that 2K needs to get fixed. And if they fix this one and are willing to work with the community moving forward, that shows a lot of progress between 2K and the community. At the end of the day, this is something that can't happen. This is something that's going to turn people away from the game. And so 2K, look, I'm not saying like, I'm not against you right now. I'm not saying like, oh, well, the game is horrible, any of those things. But I am going to say this. This is something that cannot happen in the future. I'd have no issues with them monitoring all transactions. I think for this year, it's probably something that's needed. But you cannot ban people when you do not know the situation. Like, again, when I would have looked at that transaction, I'd have been like, yeah, this is really suspicious. And honestly, you got to look into it. But if you're going to make a coach and Mike Brown that rare, and you're going to make Steve Kerr behind a massive paywall, then guess what? Stuff like this is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's the way 2K is. It's the way things are in life. If the supply is low, then guess what? People are going to pay more. Like, again, people probably want Diamond Steve Kerr quite a bit right now. I don't know exactly what he gives you for an advantage, but with the way cards are, and if Steve Kerr gives a good advantage, it probably is worth a decent amount of coins right now. I don't know exactly what that number is, but at the end of the day, 2K, you've got to know what your game looks like. You've got to know that Steve Kerr is behind this paywall and that Mike Brown was at the time of this purchase maybe rare, and get it right. That's all I ask. If you're going to take 30 minutes to review every auction, you've got to get it right. Is that too much to ask for, guys? What is your feeling on this? I know a lot of people might be like, well, Ty, this is good. It is probably suspicious. This guy, nah, look, if 2K was good in the past with this, I might not be as against 2K with this. But in this situation and what I've seen with the community, I'm with the community, guys. I think that the community deserves more credit from 2K than 2K is willing to give. Look, I have no issues with banning people for buying MT, but if they're going to start incorrectly banning people, it's going to be a long year ahead of us. It's going to wrap it up for my video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're doing it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.